Hi there, Craig with Travel & Tartan here. Today I have some quick, free tips for traveling through an airport just to try and make it just a little bit easier and a little bit more comfortable for you, because let's be honest, especially now, airports are just a disaster. You just want to get in, out, onto your vacation or your trip or wherever you're going. So some quick tips, none of them cost any money. They're just simple things you can do that you might not know to help you just relax your way through the airport as best as is humanly possible. All right, so we'll start with, we have 8. I have 8 today, 8 different things. 8, all right? So, number 1, review your flights before you go. Very important. Your flight might be cancelled, might be hugely delayed, you don't know. So always review your flight before you actually go to the airport, just to check, because if it's been delayed or it's been cancelled, then you can get with the airline company and you can try and get a new flight. But if you don't know, you're going to get there and you're not going to have a flight anywhere. So review flights online before you go to the airport. Easy. Number 2, check the TSA's website. Here in the States, the TSA has a great website for things that you cannot bring on the plane with you. Things that either have to go in the hold, have to go in your check bag in the cabin, and aren't allowed on the plane whatsoever. So make sure that you check that. I'll put a link in the description. It's really easy to look at, and it's actually really great. It's very, very detailed. There's a ton of info, so check that out. All right, number 3, have your paperwork ready. Paperwork. Now what I mean by paperwork is your driver's license that you can, your TSA approved driver's license so you can get on the flight, or your passport, your booking information. So especially if you're checking a bag, you get up to the counter. If you don't have that handy, you're gonna have to go rooting through your bag for it, or maybe it's on your phone and you're trying to find it, you can't log in for some reason, the Wi-Fi's not working, the cell service is crap, who knows? But just have all that information. I always print out my stuff, always have a printout of everything, and therefore worst case scenario, if you can't access anything online, you still have the paper hard copy. So paperwork, very important. Also, when you get to the front of the queue in security, to get your ID checked, the last thing you want to do is standing there with the TSA person looking at you and you're rooting around your bag to try and find your photo ID. So there you go. Number 4, dressing appropriately. All right, this is mostly for security, but realistically it can be for any part of the trip. Okay, you're getting on a plane, you're sitting in the airport for a while. The last thing you want to do is be really uncomfortable, but especially in security, don't come with this outrageous, big duffel jacket with pockets everywhere filled with crap and giant belt and big lace-up boots and stuff like that, because you're gonna have to take all of that crap off. So try and come prepared for, obviously, thinking through you're going to go through security, the things you may or may not have to take off. So just come slip-on shoes, perfect. No belt. Take some stuff out your pockets beforehand, maybe put them in your bag, things like that. Just simple stuff. Number 5, the airport transfers. So map out if you are going to have a transfer. So if you are, say, flying out of a regional airport, you're going to a big airport, and then you're going back to another regional airport. So have an idea of where the gates are. Maybe look at a map. There's tons of maps online where you can just look at the airport, because you might find that you aren't paying attention and you arrive at a gate that's at completely the other end of the airport than the gate you're flying back out from. So it's a good idea to just take a minute to look at the airport maps and just kind of get an idea of roughly where you're going. The gates could change, but it just puts it in your head, so it gives you an idea of how far you're going to have to run to get your next flight. Downloading the app. This is a great one. Everybody should have the app for the airline that they're traveling with. A lot of them are different. Not all of them are good. United, big call out to United, has a great app. In my opinion, it's always been really, really good. And they give you a lot of information, and especially with the app, you will get updates if they make a gate change. Okay, so just recently, even I heard of somebody, my friend was telling me about somebody who was sitting for hours and hours waiting at a gate, and nobody was showing up, and then realized that they were making announcements that the gate was changed and it was miles away. If you had the app, it will show you right in the app, it will bing and it will tell you, hey, the gate's been changed to blah, blah, blah. So that is important. Always download the app. It's useful for a lot of different features. Empty water bottle. Two more, last two. Empty water bottle. Empty water bottle is important if you think you're going to drink water while you're in the airport. Obviously, you can buy anything you want in the airport. Actually, the last two are kind of together. It's water and food. So it's expensive to buy stuff in the airport. I mean, let's be honest, you're a captive audience. You're going to buy something, they're going to mark up the price on it. I get it. It's capitalism, baby. If you bring an empty water bottle, especially a decent one, like don't get one of those flat packs of 12 or 24s, you know, the ones where you take the cap off and you lift it up to your mouth and the bottom half kind of bends down because it's so thin. I get a kind of decent plasticky one. And because in most airports they have the fill up points where you can actually like fill up your water as a bottle rather than from the little fountain spout thing. So, and you can take it through security because it's empty, there's no liquid in it, and then you can fill it up and use it, and now you're drinking water and you don't have to buy anything. Food is another one. I think a lot of people forget this. If you are going to have a long wait, bring a sandwich in your bag. You're not allowed to bring a sandwich through security, and just bring a sandwich and then you can eat a sandwich. And it costs you way less than if you're going to buy food, because realistically, some of the food is good in airports, but it's also very expensive. Even for simple, basic kind of fast foody type stuff. So just bring some food. I mean, if you're only going to be 15 minutes waiting, then just, you know, bring a Nature Valley bar or something. But I mean, if you're actually going to be sitting in the airport for a while, then bring a sandwich and a bag of crisps and a Mars bar or something like that, you know. And then you got your empty bottle of water, so you got water free too. Wow, fantastic. All right, that is it. Done. Quick. 8 different things that you can do, all free, that will just make your life a little bit easier. All right. Thanks very much for watching, and good luck in your travels.